Here's the new Quest Pro. You can really feel the weight of the batteries in the controller. They're a bit heavier than the Quest 2 controllers. They do have multiple cameras in here, and this is what's doing the slam tracking. So you have the benefit of being able to put them wherever you like. You don't have to keep them in view of the headset, but obviously that does take a bit more power to process that slam. So impressive, and certainly nicely designed to fit into the dock for charging, which you need. And then the Quest Pro itself. So slimmer design, battery in the back. Probably the most important change is the pancake lenses. Same resolution, still 90 hertz, but definitely better quality images, better quality from these pancake lenses. They're more in focus across the plane. And then importantly, because they don't have the Fresnel circular grooves, if you think of it as the way the lens was compressed in the Fresnel lens, then there's no need to close in the outside if you don't want to. So in this case, I'm looking through the composite front color camera, and I'll show you in a moment, but there is some distortion here in the center. But one of the great features is that I can see through the camera, and then I can see the world around me, and there's a continuation, so I can track my hand into the foreground and then down out of the scene. It's quite compelling, and you can see there's plenty of space here between my face. It doesn't feel like it's all squashed up against me. And there's no doubt that the ability to project 3D elements into the world, despite it being a little bit grainy, having that color image makes a big difference. So you really do get that sense of sort of mixed reality going on. We've done some testing of the eye tracking, and in general the face tracking. So there's an infrared camera here on the inside pointing back at the face, and then two pointing at the eyes. So you can both track eye motion and sort of the expression the person is carrying out, which certainly makes avatars a bit more interesting, but also interesting in terms of the user interface possibilities this makes feasible, such as look and speak. So the idea of what you're concentrating on, if you use a command like open, it has some context because the item you're fixated on can be the item that it then tries to apply that verb. And also for discovery, we can bring up a menu of options for the thing that you're currently looking at. So we're really excited about the eye tracking within the features of this device. So this is the Quest Pro running over a Wi-Fi 6 connection. We can take control of our desktop here. So if we run RxC, so it's quite cool. I can actually see my desktop here, which is very legible. And then from here, I'm going to launch a server. I'm going to pick a scenario. Let's choose module 1. So that's now loaded all those assets. Now if we go back to our VR XR scenario, what we can do now is if we connect to the server with our hand tracking, or the control tracking, I can swap it to hand tracking. I've got a bit of a tight guardian there, but we can see our large KUKA robot and the cage in which I'm working to go through the process of learning how to place this part. And there's a whiteboard that'll take me through a series of steps, and a bunch of other equipment over here that I'll have to use during the training. But that's extremely smooth. That's absolutely no problem. So that's rendering on a nice high-end laptop and then streaming to the headset. So the headset is doing all of the slam tracking and then representing all of the scene and the detailed rendering on the CAD part, which is the robot here. That might be other types of manufacturing. Cool.